Hey everyone, it's Rob,
And Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast and everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Meet Mer.
All right, so this week up on the docket, of course, as always, we have our typical stuff. So if you want to know what we've been up to this week, hopefully we have some good stuff.
We have some really good stuff.
Yeah, we have some good stuff, and then we have an okay amount of stuff this week. So
We mean in real life stuff. Just
No.
want to. Oh, I thought you meant us. I was like, I want to make sure you guys know I did not get scurious.
No. We have some real life updates, and then we have some stuff in the game that's like an okay amount of stuff in the game. And then, of course, as always, we will be ending with a Q&A as per usual. And if you want to join in on the Q&A, it is highly recommended. Please head over to discord.gg/boonbabe, and we have, or you can join the Discord there, and then we have a questions section there, or ask on any of our socials linked below.
Yep.
But before we get into all that super cool stuff, Michelle, how's it going?
Good. We'll share game stuff first, then in real life stuff.
Sure.
In games, I got back rank 16 Scurious. I'm at 14.6 thousand KC now. If you guys have been following my Scurious journey, you'll know that way back in the day, I used to be like, Daisy Fletchy is the driest. She was at 14,456 or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy how you would never get to that point.
I thought I'd never get to that point.
Yeah.
And I was always like, I need a passer, so I'm like the driest, or I could get it and just be done with it. She is not the driest anymore. Now the driest is still 1,000 KC away.
Now the driest is me.
No, there's like other people that are drier. But now I've officially passed her KC, so that's kind of a weird milestone because her KC was just my goal for so long. She's a pet hunter, and she just like went really dry on it.
One day you will be the driest. Think about that.
I don't want to.
And one day.
Now the new driest is okay. So I think hers is 14.5K. The new driest is 15.4K.
We'll show up here in a few months, and you'll be like, guys, crazy news! I am officially the driest at Scurious.
Ew. I've started doing like a new little routine. So on weekdays, I only stream for like an hour and a half, and I've been doing Scurious for like an hour. And I don't remember if I mentioned this last week, if I'd already started, but I'm playing Skyrim for half an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Skyrim gamer. I've already got 2 funny shorts of me confidently doing things and dying because I didn't understand the game.
Yeah, Michelle's never played Skyrim.
Yeah, I played it once a year ago for 6 hours total or something like that. So
for all intents and purposes, she has not ever played it.
Guess who found out last night you could fast travel?
Oh, yeah, you didn't know that? You were running everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you stop by the stream, I, for some reason, have a hard time following the paths. I end up just scaling the mountains.
By that, she means that she doesn't actually walk on any roads.
I swear to God, I'm on the road, and then at some point, I'm like, oh God, I lost the road. When did I lose the road?
Yeah, it is.
Wraith was making jokes. She was like, she'll walk on anything except for the road.
Yeah, she actually doesn't walk on the road at all.
I spent like 25 minutes like lost in the mountain, and I was like, I'm tired. I don't know what I'm doing. And Robert was like, that's because you're just wandering around nowhere.
Yeah, it's funny because she says she walks on the road, but she only walks on the road when people tell her she's not.
It's like I forget. Because I like a lot of games where like I think of like the forest, there's no roads, you're just going and wandering.
Yeah.
Some vibes of it really remind me of the forest without the cannibals yet. I don't know if there's
the
cannibals.
game, the forest, not like outside.
Yeah. Ugh. No, I actually do like outside. But yeah, Skyrim. I'm a gamer. I'm a variety gamer, and new podcast Byram coming out soon.
Oh, okay.
Byram sounds weird.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah, no Scurious. And that's all I've been up to in game. That's it.
Nice. Huge.
Any video game updates before we talk about real life updates?
You didn't get any levels, right?
No. I glanced down, I didn't.
Yeah, cool.
I've been slacking on using my planner. It's still in last week.
We do have a few community updates that I thought were kind of cool. So speaking of streaming, last week, if anyone remembers, Tennessee Titans tight end maxed their account.
Oh yeah, we mentioned this in the podcast last week.
And they were on Saybase Cast, and I'm mentioning them again now because they actually did their first ever Twitch stream this week.
I was gonna say like he better start streaming.
Yeah, so
he's gonna be so popular.
Check him out on Twitch. I don't know how often he's streaming or if he'll ever do it again, but it's I think GQ Chig.
Yeah, he's probably already making enough later. He doesn't need to be doing this.
Yeah, I think the minimum salary. Well, he's definitely not making the minimum salary, but it's like $500K in the NFL. Maybe it's higher, but I think it's like $950 in the NBA.
Jeez Louise.
Anyways,
sports.
Yeah, the only other community thing that I thought was kind of interesting is definitely not as cool, but I thought it was kind of funny.
Okay.
Is there is weirdly enough been identified a plant in the game, and people are kind of getting excited about it.
Wondering what you were just looking at, because there's 2 pictures talking about this plant. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, so
I've literally only been at Scurrius the past week.
There's a plant on the way to a particular boss, and it's not called a strangled plant, how it should be called.
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm guessing, this is an error, but it's called a stangled plant. There's no R.
Oh, so it's near the or Stranglewood area?
Yeah. So before, on your path, right before you get to Vardorvis, there's a plant called the stangled plant. So people have been, not just memeing about it, people are like kind of like worshiping it now. I saw someone say that they didn't get the pet in like 1500 KC, bowed to the stangled plant and got it. It worked.
Do I need to go visit before I go to Scurrius again?
I think it might only work for Vardorvis, unfortunately.
Oh, I mean, I'll take that pet too.
Yeah, you could try it.
Why not?
But yeah, so that was kind of it. I thought there was, some good memes about that.
I was like, what? I thought it said strangle plant too. So I was like, there's so many of them.
No, just stangled.
Stangled.
Yeah. There's, that's it as far as like community updates though. But there was, I guess this is a community update because it's just a tweet. So we'll just like briefly go over it.
Okay.
Is the patch coming out next month. The beginning of next month.
Yeah, so they didn't actually post a blog, but they did tweet a picture and probably put on Instagram too, that Old School's pair of giants, the Royal Titans, they're going to be dropping on February 5th.
Yeah, so that is going to be the Fire and the Frost Giant dual boss encounter, first ever, or I think first ever.
I don't remember.
Dual boss encounter. I don't know. No, definitely not first ever because GGs exist.
But this one you can do it in duos. It's designed to do duo.
Yeah, this one is designed. The first ever designed to do duo.
Are we getting that ice staff? Because it looks very pretty.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
it's a necklace.
Scammed. Okay, well, the staff's pretty.
Maybe we are.
I hope we get little giant bosses.
Yeah, so
I think it should just be one if we do.
I was pretty close. I guessed that we'd get it the second week of February for.
He thought it for Valentine's Day. Honestly, it would have been kind of cute, like a little pair of them dropping on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
But anyways, this is not dropping on Valentine's Day, but the week before, so in just actually a little over a week from now, it should be out.
I keep forgetting it's the end of January and patients are calling, and I'm like, oh, unfortunately, we don't have any more appointments until like the second week of February. And I'm like, oh, that's only 2 weeks away. That's actually very soon.
Yeah. So you can also look forward to this pretty soon, which is... really, obviously early game / mid-level boss. So not a lot of people.
Those are the most fun. You don't have to think about it. You could just play it.
It is pretty fun. I don't know if there is a pet. I think they
implied there be a pet.
I'm hoping there is going to be a pet.
If there's a pet though, I don't want it to be 2 pets. Thinking about how the DKs is 3 separate pets is wild now.
Yeah.
That should have been 1 pet.
Yeah. It's funny. I just saw a post on the subreddit of someone who was like, all right, Jagex, what are you going to do about this? And they had like all 6 of the Barrows brothers following them as pets.
When are we getting the Barrows brothers as pets?
Yeah.
I need my ghouls.
Which Barrows brother would you bring?
Maybe like Darrock.
Yeah, I was going to say Darrock.
I don't know why I think he'd be the cutest.
I think it's funny because his axe is so big.
Yeah, he looked goofy. Yeah. Like he's gonna topple over.
Like a mini giant axe.
Yeah.
What?
Thinking. Oh, you're supposed to say something goofy. Say something goofy.
Oh, something goofy.
Speaking of something goofy.
Okay, she wants to update you on a real life update, so everyone strap in because she has been looking forward to this.
We got cats.
Yes.
We got 2 little king cats.
Yes, 2 king cats.
So they are siblings. They're brother and sister. Their names were Gemma and Stanley, but we changed them
to the Moose and the Goose.
Yes. The boy is the Moose because he's giving off very like chill, introvert vibes. Just a quiet little guy. The Goose is a goose because she's just a silly goose.
Yeah.
She is so affectionate. They haven't been in our living room yet. We're slowly like acclimating them to our apartment. We've only had them for like 72 hours.
Oh, true.
We're like 80 now. Yeah. But so we're waiting till probably like Thursday night. It's Tuesday night right now to take them into the living room.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully next week we could show you guys.
Yeah, I was like, whenever we have a chance and they feel more comfortable, we'll show them off.
There's pictures on Discord though. Discord.gg/Bunebape if you want to see them.
Yeah, they're 2 normal, short-haired.
By normal, we mean brown.
Gray and black tabbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really cute. We
Very
love
normal.
them. I'm not even streaming tonight because we just went to PetSmart and bought a bunch of stuff for them.
Yeah, more stuff.
Yeah.
Infinite money pits.
Worth it though.
Yeah.
Whenever we walk up, she like walks to us and likes pets. She's very affectionate, the goose.
Yeah, they're pretty good cats.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, I think that's enough of our real life updates, and I'm sure we'll have more next week. We can
We're
go
actually
into
in the living room.
Actual disappointment, which is going to be this week's proposal.
I know people are disappointed about it. I only read one part, and the part I read wasn't disappointed, so I'm eager to read this.
Okay.
So this is the Varlamore Final Dawn reward proposal updates. This is the second update that we've had on it now.
Yeah, for anyone that missed it or forgot, this is supposed to be the rewards for the new first ever enraged
Delve
boss encounter.
Oh.
Well, it's
That
both.
too.
It is a delve boss, but it's the first ever enraged boss encounter, which I just discovered today that, and I mean, I could be wrong. I didn't like super fact check this, but is actually like a thing in RS3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Supposedly. Allegedly.
So a lot of people were, kind of taking that into account as well.
Yeah, that's valid.
Based on like kind of what they were in the past.
Okay. Well, before we get into the delve boss, we have some other things first. So this new weapon is called the Earthbound Tekpital. I don't know. I'm probably not saying it. It's definitely pronouncing correctly.
Yeah, they did introduce a couple new things. This is the first of them.
So they said we're so excited to develop our quest boss, and Slayer dungeon rewards. That one extra thing slipped through the net. The final Nagua weapon. Do you think it did slip through, or they forgot about it?
I have no idea. But anyway, this was an item that they were originally supposed to put in the very first blog, but they, I guess, just forgot they made this item.
Forgot. But you didn't have this item.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not a very interesting item, so maybe they did just forget.
It's just they all have one. So like they have the ice boss has like her own thing, the sulfur blades from the sulfur one. So now we have this too.
Yeah, so
it makes sense.
That's kind of where it sits. So just like the Shining Kingdom and the Rising Darkness, the Final Dawn brings its own type of Nagua. We don't have too much. We don't want to give too much away, but we can divulge. There's a new weapon that you'll obtain from them. For anyone that doesn't know, all of the Naguas drop weapons that drop
baby.
Yeah, they drop weapons that are worse than they kind of sit just below the DSIM as far as I know.
But if you're doing the content on an early level account,
But they all have like two separate hit splats.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. And the sulfur blades was cold. The ones from the frost were, I think, crush, and this one is stab. So
you're saying cold? The sulfur blades are what?
The sulfur blades were, well, I said the cold ones are crush.
The glacial ones.
Yeah, the glacial ones, which is a glacier is cold.
No, but you said the sulfur ones. That's why I got confused. The sulfur and glacial are different.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Did I skip over that? Well,
I think you combined them, so I was so confused.
Oh, I thought okay. Anyways, we'll
find out when
whoever just listened, I meant to say the sulfur blades are slash, the glacial are crush, and then this new one, the earthbound Tekpital, is stab.
Cool. They're like swing, 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 swing.
Yeah, and it pretty much is the same exact as all the other items. 55 attack, decent stab,
55
decent
French fries.
Yeah, decent melee strength, a little bit of prayer randomly, and then it's a 4 attack rate. So
cool. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I guess
because I mean, thematically makes sense. We have the other two. Like, why wouldn't we get another one?
Yeah, literally no one's gonna use this, but it's thematically fine.
It's a collection look slot for me. So I'll take that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Next up, we have some more information about the Delve Boss items.
Yeah, they have a little reminder in case anyone forgot how it works, but essentially they said that it's a boss that the more you fight them, the further down in the depths they go, and you have to chase after them.
This is low-key wave-based, but it's underground.
Yeah, low-key wave-based.
You can't.
And also, the boss gets harder as it goes further down.
Sounds familiar. Sounds a little wave-based.
Yikes. And it doesn't actually drop more loot, which is probably one of the most controversial parts. It drops it has a higher chance to drop uniques the further you go.
Is that how Coliseum is as well? Like maybe it doesn't necessarily drop more stuff? I don't remember. I haven't been in a second. I think you get more loot too at Coliseum.
The thing is, I think at Coliseum, I think you get more loot, or like the loot is worth more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if the unique drops go up.
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, I think they do. I think they do.
They do?
Yeah, I think so.
So a little different.
Yeah. But anyways, so that is the premise of this boss, this first ever delve system enraged boss, in case anyone forgot. And originally it came with a new best in slot magic cape, but not anymore.
Yeah, so that's gotten changed. They ended up going back to the drawing board. Instead of the Eldritch Veil, now we're going to get the Eldritch Necklace. So this untradeable accessory is an upgrade for the Occult Necklace and will be made by combining the tradable Demonic Mark Drop with an Occult Necklace. You'll need level 65 rune crafting and level 65 crafting to combine them. On death in PvP, the necklace will split back into the 2 tradable components and be given to the PKer. You'll also be able to deconstruct the necklace yourself into the 2 tradable components to sell if you wish.
Yeah, on top of that, though, I don't know why they don't include it here, but on top of that, if you want to equip this necklace, you have to craft it like they said, but you also have to have cleared the 3rd level of the delve.
Oh, so you can't just never go to the delve and buy the 2 things and combine them.
Yes, and you have to have the 80 magic.
I'm not opposed to that. But their stats are like kind of busted.
Yeah, it's a pretty good necklace.
A little too
so
busted.
This is obviously combined with the occult necklace, so it's going to be all magic based. But it is really similar to an onyx in that it gives you 10 all defense with 20 or 20 mage attack bonus, which is pretty good, and 3 prayer bonus and a whopping 7% magic damage bonus, which is really high.
Is that better than the old occult used to be before it got nerfed?
Old occult was, I think, 10.
That's crazy.
Or it could have been 8.
I thought it was 5. No, it's 5 right now.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy how good we had it for a while there.
Yeah. I think
that like 200k thing.
Yeah, maybe it was 8, maybe it was 10. Tell me what percent bonus occult used to give you.
We're not going to Google it.
We're not going to Google it. It's only a few percent, and it doesn't matter because it's been reworked.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, I don't really mind this that much. I thought it was like a little too busted, but I clearly didn't know what the old one was like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's fine.
Yeah, so over the occult necklace, for anyone that doesn't also want to look it up, this is an extra 2% magic damage, an extra 1 prayer, 8 magic attack, and 10 to all defenses. So overall, it's a pretty big upgrade.
Yeah, new best in slot necklace.
Definitely by far new best in slot.
I do think this is better than the cape.
Yeah.
Because I think the cape, they shouldn't upgrade it until they have the Inferno version of that.
Yeah, definitely better than the cape. I think it is kind of sitting in a weird spot. I don't really know if this or the boots are better. They originally said that the boots would be more of a chase item than this.
Oh yeah, the combined boots. Well, they don't even mention those again.
Because they haven't changed them.
Oh yeah, those are staying. Duh.
Yeah.
I thought that they just got rid of them, to be honest.
Yeah, so you have to combine all 3 of the boots from Cerberus fully made in order to make the new Avernic treads.
I mean, that makes sense. That's more of the chase because that's 2 best in slots. Well, this is just going to be 1 best in slot.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
I mean, it's not really 2 best in slots. I mean, I guess it is.
Yeah,
but
I purposely didn't say 3 because I know the Rangers or the Pegasians are better.
Oh no, I guess I was mainly thinking because you're not. It's weird because you're right, but it's you're only
feels wrong.
You're only wearing 1 boot.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not like you're getting a new helmet and a new cape or something. It's just 1 piece.
No, I am more excited for this than the boots.
Yeah.
Personally.
For sure. So I don't know. I think it just sits in kind of a weird spot because it's I don't know which one is the chase item. You have to get to tier 3, which I think is the last tier in order to even, get, I'm assuming, the necklace pieces.
What's at the 3rd delve level? I thought there was 8.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Okay, cool.
No, you're right. I don't know why I thought there was only 3.
I was going to say, is there only 3? That's going to be hard.
Okay, so this is arguably, I would have to really compare them, but arguably just as good as the delve boots, which are, the chase item. Mm-hmm. And you can get them after level 3.
I think that the boots you could probably get after a few levels too. Which means that there might not be a crazy item. It might just be pet. I mean, it's probably going to increase.
I think the boots are 5.
I don't know. I feel like they don't. Let's see.
We have the Avernic treads right here.
They don't mention it.
They don't mention it. Yeah.
You know what though? It's probably it's available at 3, but it gets better each level. So it's probably super bad drop rate initially.
Yeah.
So then it would be more fair that way.
True.
Yeah, they don't say the boots.
No, they do not say for the boots. I wonder, do they say for the Aegis? I thought they included where or what level a few of these drop from, but no, they do not. Didn't. Wow.
Okay.
I wish they were a little more, Yeah, I wish they were
It's
a
just
little
weird that
more
they only
particular.
specified for one and not the others.
Yeah.
They should have not specified for anything probably, because now I'm curious.
Anyways, we can talk a little bit more about that in a minute because I do feel like it sits in a weird spot because it's like tradable but also untradeable, which is the exact same thing they did with the boots, which I wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, kind of weird. I feel like you should be able to just trade the necklace if
Yeah,
the components are untradeable. But I mean,
I kind of feel like they should just make up their mind on tradable or untradeable. All these like partially tradable things are
yeah,
kind of lame.
makes it a little tricky,
Yeah,
kind of weird.
it's kind of like a gotcha type
Yeah.
of thing. But anyways, we do have a slight change. This isn't even a poll. This is just like, well, I guess it is a poll, but they're changing what the original one was, being the thrall upgrade. So they go on to say that since our last update, we want to clarify how we plan to replace the thrall upgrade. And to clarify for anyone that might be confused, they are not doing the thrall upgrade at all anymore. This kind of makes it seem like this is a thrall upgrade still, but different. No, they're just not.
It's a completely
doing
different thing.
Completely different. I don't even know why they call it
For
that.
some reason, they just want another thing. So
Yeah.
it wasn't an option to just remove it. They had to replace it.
Yeah, so they say they plan to include a teleport item as a tradable drop, which will make it easier to get back into the action. Also considering a second tradable drop designed specifically for this encounter that will affect your experience with Osto Ayak itself. For example, an item that when consumed takes you straight to Delve level 3, skipping the early waves for that run. So these are possible items that they're going to introduce in lieu of the thrall upgrade that will no longer even be considered.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, this is very different from other bosses we have, but I can't imagine something that just lets you skip levels.
I mean, I guess
I'm not opposed to it.
that would honestly be fine with me, kind of.
Untradeable or tradable?
Well, tradable is fine.
Yeah. Well, then people could just like buy a billion.
Well, the thing is, like, you're not really doing the first three other than to like learn or save money, or if you want the alkables. But if they're all like, all right, you don't get the alkables, you just get to level 8 faster, then I'm kind of okay with that, because it's not like you get more loot the further you go. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's even an advantage other than saving time.
That's true. Okay, you sold me. I like it now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super excited about it, but I think it's okay.
I do think it's a interesting replacement compared to thralls.
Yeah. And then two other items just to recognize that they are still there, but they haven't been changed at all, are the Avernic Treads, which you have to combine all the previous boots from Cerberus into one new best in slot boot. And then the Diabolical Aegis, which is not a shield, despite it being called an Aegis. It is a two-handed...
That's what an Aegis is.
Well, an Aegis is a shield. In every game ever, an Aegis is a shield. But anyways, this is not... This is the one game where it's not.
It's a two-handed crush weapon.
Yeah, it's a two-handed crush weapon. Even if you Google the word Aegis, it's a shield.
Well, it's a shield in some games, but Aegis is just the name of like, what is this?
Armor.
No, it's a device carried by Athena and Zeus.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like armor though. Variously interpreted as an animal skin or a shield, and sometimes featuring the head of a gorgon.
Oh, I called it a shield, and in the etymology where it looks up the definition of the word, it comes from the shield of a deity as described above.
Or as goat skin coat.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a crush weapon. Don't really know where that came from, but whatever.
Yeah, but it is a very mid-level crush weapon for anyone that forgot.
But that's the updates to this blog. We actually got another blog.
Yes.
So this is the next day. We tried to segue hopefully casually in there.
I'm still wearing the same shirt, so it's easy to, segue.
It's been hard to get dressed because we are afraid to let the cats into the closet. Because there's just stuff up there that I'm afraid they would knock down and it would fall on them and like squish them.
I don't use the closet. I have no excuse.
You have some stuff in the closet. Long sleeves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have an
so
excuse.
we do have another blog, and this one is, shout out, equally as disappointing as the last.
I mean, the parts that I like, I really like.
Well, I guess disappointing in that it has bounty hunter changes, and apparently they just were not working as intended. So people were like, oh, great. You pushed out the bounty hunter changes late, and they don't work.
Just push them out later and make sure that they work properly.
Well, yeah, now they've been hot fixed and cold fixed.
Oh.
But yeah, originally when they came out, didn't work. So that was cool.
Okay. It's not just bounty hunter though. It's also collection log updates and emote improvements. The hotfixes already, or the issues raised rather, we're investigating issues with completed collection log slots appearing lower than before the update. Some players report that the relogging fixes this issue for them, but our investigation is ongoing. They believe that they have it all solved now, but if you're still having that issue, just go and report the bug.
Some people were saying that like they had like 1,100 and they'd log in and they'd have like 1,000. Like they lost like a significant amount of collection log slots.
When they said appearing lower than before, I thought they meant like literally the screen, like the little book, the UI.
I don't know, for whatever reason. Obviously, it's mostly fixed now, but like you would log in, you just were missing 50 things from your collection log.
Yeah, report it if you notice.
Yeah. Anyways, also some items are causing a stretching issue, but that will be cold fixed eventually. It's just a weird animation.
Yeah, that's with the emotes.
But apparently they haven't fixed the bounty hunter changes. I am not super familiar with what they are, but I saw several people saying that like a few of the adjustments that they made to the skulls over the heads and stuff like that are not working as described or maybe as intended. I'm not sure, but some people were very disappointed in this update because they weren't working correctly. This hasn't been addressed as far as I've seen, but I only looked this morning, so maybe it has since then.
Yeah, and also to be fair, we're recording this on Wednesday. I have plans tomorrow, so we're recording everything a day earlier than we normally do.
Yeah.
So potentially something next week that will be like, they fixed it all.
Yeah, but this, even though we are recording early, this is out.
I'm glad that we got 2 blogs, even though we're recording early.
Yeah, so this is out. You can check out these bounty hunter changes, which we're going to jump into right now.
Yeah, so towards the end of 2024, we shared with you some improvements we want to make to Bounty Hunter, and today these changes go live. The aim is to address some common issues with build variety and balance, make some of the lesser use rewards more worthwhile, and support different approaches to honor PvP. Conveniently, Bounty Hunter is confined entirely to Daemon's Crater on specific worlds, which lets us tinker with all kinds of options that would usually affect the rest of the game. While we've shared all this info before, we'll save you trawling back to the archives and bring you back up to speed. We'll speed run going back and forth on these, I guess.
Sure.
They're only like 1 line each. It looks overwhelming, but if you split into 2, it's not that bad.
Yeah, sure. Also, let us know. I just thought about this. Is it Daemon's Crater or is it Demon's Crater?
It's AI. It must be Daemon.
I was just thinking about it because, like, if you were to run a certain program, it's spelled Daemon, but it's pronounced demon.
I'm reading Frankenstein and they keep spelling it that way, and in my head I like to say Damon.
Yeah, I used to say it that way, but now that, like, if you were to run, like, I don't know, there's certain like niche programs that instead of running an exe, it's called a demon.
They run a demon?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I don't know. Maybe it's demon. Who knows? Anyways, we have some weapon and armor adjustments, like Michelle mentioned, and these are only to the items used in Bounty Hunter. So nothing that you see on this list impacts anything in the main game. So yeah, don't
worry, and like skip 2 minutes if you don't care about Bounty Hunter. There is a lot of stuff to say.
They say make sure not to run your Dragon Longsword Bounty Hunter. It's not worth using at Wardens or anything like that. So don't get this confused. Ordinarily, we'd use stat images for all of these, but there's far too many for them to go over. So, like we said, we're just going to run through them real quick. So, the Dark Bow, and these are all,
these are all Bounty Hunter. We're not going to say Bounty Hunter every time.
Yeah, they have like a little BH at the end. This is all Bounty Hunter. So, the Dark Bow spec has been increased from 45 to 55, so it's a bit of a nerf.
Barrel Chest Anchor, they reduce the attack requirement from 60 to 50, reduce attack delay after a successful special attack by 2 ticks, meaning your next attack would hit 4 ticks after a successful special attack.
Bit of a spec buff. Also, the Dragon Mace reduced the spec energy from 25 to 15, so now you can do it a bunch of times in a row if you really want to.
Dragon Longsword, reduce special attack energy from 25 to 15 as well.
Yeah, the Morgan's Throwing Axe buff spec. Attack to a 150% increased accuracy. Special attack damage from 20 to 120 to 50 to 150. That's just a 30% buff all around to make it easy.
The Morgan's Javelin buff special attack to have 150% accuracy. The bleed damage from the special attack will occur every tick instead of every 3 ticks. The bleed damage from the special attack will be 75% of the initial damage. The bleeding damage will be increased from 5 to 10.
The Stadius's Warhammer. So the successful special attack hit will reduce the opponent's defense by 75%, up from 30. So that's a
That's huge.
50% increase. Okay.
Damn. Vesta's Spear. Reduce attack delay after successful special attack by 1 tick, meaning your next attack would hit 4 ticks after a successful special attack. Minimum damage for the second hit deals 50% of the initial damage, up from 25%, and the maximum damage for the second hit is unchanged.
And I'm just going to go over the next two.
Sure.
So Zerial's Staff, the requirement has been reduced from 75 to 30. And I'm going to sum up this next one for...
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, for Morrigan's armor. Overall, the defenses have been nerfed for each single piece, and you can check out each single piece if you want to, but the Morrigan's body and chaps have been reduced, as well as the corrupted body, chaps, and armor. So if you need to check out those numbers, you can, but yeah, just it has been nerfed. Also, Vesta's armor, similarly, all of those pieces have been nerfed, even the corrupted versions. And lastly, the Stadius's armor also nerfed, but only the corrupted version.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it was a little too tanky. So these are a lot of the changes. To anyone that doesn't remember, the corrupted armor was the armor that you can get that is the same kind of armor, but for lower levels. So if you are one of those like niche lower level accounts, then this would apply to you. If not, if you're a max main or something like that, then this mostly wouldn't matter. It just means that you can get, killed easier, I guess.
I don't know these armors, but Stadius armor only says plate body and full helm. Does it not bottoms?
I do not know. Maybe the bottoms were left alone.
Or maybe it does. I don't know. Whatever. We're not into Bounty Hunter. I'm sorry. I'm not going to look into that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Zerial's armor, corrupted Zerial's armor, adjusted 15% special magic attack accuracy when the full set is worn to a flat 25% accuracy bonus for magical attacks.
And overall, the Zerial's hood, top, and bottom, the corrupted versions included, all got their magic bonus attack increased.
Dude, some of them by a lot.
Yeah, some of them like as much as almost double.
From
like
25 to 46 for some of the corrupted ones.
Yeah, so it's almost double for a few of the pieces. So Zerial's armor might be way better now, especially the corrupted version. Like I said, we're not going to go over all the numbers. Just know that it got buffed as far as damage goes.
They also did want to highlight some further changes to the charge cost of some of the Bounty Hunter items, which should better reflect their strength and popularity. While risking 50 mil gold for a Vesta's longsword feels fair, risking the same amount for Stadius's Warhammer just means that most people don't bother bringing the Warhammer out.
True.
So the new charge cost for the 5 different weapons, the Spear is 5 million, the Warhammer 10 mil, the Throwing Axe 5 mil, the Javelin 10 mil, and Zerial's Staff 5 mil.
Yep, that's it. And if you've already paid to charge some of these items, there's a message in game that you're all...
This is very funny.
That's funny. So they added a message in game to let you know that you're all the 1 millionth visitor of Damon's Crater and are eligible for a refund, which you can obtain by chatting to the emblem trader in the lobby.
I really like that. For no reason, just instead of just being like, we're gonna refund you, they're like, we're gonna make it a little goofy.
Yeah.
There's gonna be just like a funny little line. I think that's cute.
You've won the mail-in ballot. Oh, it wasn't you? Well, I guess it's yours now.
Here you go.
Yeah. Like just one like random thing like that. That's cool.
I like that.
But hopefully these changes liven up Bounty Hunter a little bit, because for anyone that plays this game at all, you should know that this is pretty much dead content for most people.
The people who do it are really good at PKing, I feel like, which I should have played it when it first came out, because I want like the Dragon Warhammer recolor and stuff.
Yeah, they're not just good at PKing. They're usually the thing is, like, it's kind of funny. If you go back and play any competitive thing that is really old, really niche, or kind of dead, the people that are still playing that are
very passionate.
Probably cracked at whatever it is.
Same with Castle Wars.
Yeah, like because these people aren't particularly good at PvP, maybe they're just incredibly good at no honor bounty hunter PvPing, which is very different than what you'll find in the wilderness.
Yeah.
So maybe this helped, but hopefully those people get some fun out of this.
Honestly, though, like whenever I go to get those recolors, I'm just gonna bring whatever's cheap and probably die.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter to me.
I think that's pretty typical. Just bring your D-hide and try your best, I guess.
Yeah. New stats aside, we've also made some changes to the underlying systems in Bounty Hunter to make this minigame a bit more enjoyable for everyone.
This is the part that I think people were saying wasn't working correctly as far as they understood.
Okay, so up first, it's time to hang up those Phoenix necklaces. The trusty Phoenix necklace is fantastic to stave off death in multi-combat PvP, but can lead to some anti-fun play patterns in the 1v1 honor PvP that occurs inside a bounty hunter. Used correctly, they're able to make players in lower brackets especially effectively immortal. We believe fights would be more enjoyable without them, so we're throwing them out.
Next up, we're doubling the rate at which players gain EP in the crater when they have a target and minimum risk of 50k GP. This won't drastically increase your reward output. We have high confidence in our anti-griefing systems. Remember, though, we have zero tolerance for boosting.
They will literally ban your account. Please don't do it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
We also felt that Damon's Crater could use a splash of color, so bringing back the iconic Bounty Hunter skulls. These let you easily determine another player's risk gold and let you see whether or not a cheeky target might have sneakily pulled out a new special attack weapon at the bank or dumped a bunch of their risk gold on the sly. We're also disabling trading inside the crater to prevent players from swapping risks to another account before starting a fight.
That's sneaky.
That is funny. Do you want to, should we go through these little things? The skulls?
Sure, I'll just run through them real quick. There's different skulls: bronze, silver, green, blue, and red being the most expensive for 200k, and then 200 to 800, 800 to 2 million, 2 million to 8 million. And if you are risking above 8 million, then you will have the red skull.
So go for the red skulls if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's really just the more interesting the skull looks, probably they're risking more.
Yeah. Rounding us off is perhaps the most significant change of all being supply crates at Bounty Hunter.
True, you had to pick up all the stuff before.
Yeah, not to be confused with bounty crates. Supply crates are something you'll be able to put together in the lobby by stuffing 8 blighted manta razor anglerfish.
Oh, yeah.
You got confused.
I did get confused.
1 blighted sleeper restore, 2 blighted cromwell, and 1,000 gold to a crate. You can use noted items to make a bunch of crates, but you'll only be able to bring 2 into the crater with you. You'll be able to open these helpful care packages while in combat inside the crater to extend fights.
Yeah, for anyone that hasn't done no honor or done honor PKing, typically, I mean, I guess this is kind of similar to no honor PKing, but usually you're just like fighting each other, and it's usually pretty drawn out, and whoever runs out of supplies because, you know, they got unlucky, usually they lose or they run away.
So this just makes it last longer and more fun.
Yeah, this might make it more fun, or maybe you can even fight 2 people in a row if like something like that happens. The aim is to give a prospective bounty hunters a better shot at killing their opponent and have more opportunities to do so before needing a bank. The nature of bounty hunters honor PvP means you're looking for the perfect window of opportunity. A flawlessly timed venge, an opponent caught drinking a potion, a lightning fast combo, you get the picture. If you're fighting a build that has a high DPS, for example, a pure versus a Zerker, then you'll often find yourself eating the entire time and leaving before getting the chance to at least try and kill your opponent, which isn't much fun for either of you. So supply crates means you'll spend less time returning to lobby and more actually fighting. Combined with the EP changes above, we reckon it could be an improvement to bounty hunter experiences and considerably reduce downtime.
All right, so that's it for Bounty Hunter. They are open to feedback. We don't do Bounty Hunter, so...
Yeah, let us know if it's good.
Let us know if it's good. I really don't know.
Did you like the bounty hunter changes?
Yay or nay?
Yeah, feel free to. We'll probably have a poll running or a question running on Spotify and stuff. So
hopefully I remember to put this as a question, because sometimes I forget and I just put random stuff.
Yeah, if not, you can also comment if you're like a PvPer.
Yeah.
We never know if these are very good changes, but hopefully they are.
Other than that, we have some collection log updates. So they mentioned back in May some absolutely cloggers updates aimed to make your collection log journey smoother, more satisfying, and more fun to track. These have officially been added to the game. So kicking things off, we have a revamped collection log overview. They've given the interface a complete makeover to make tracking your progress smoother and more enjoyable. Everything is now neatly organized into a single streamlined summary.
Yeah, if I remember, it looks very good. If I remember, this was an Ash change.
It might have been,
yeah, mod Ash. But anyways, this, for anyone that forgot, it not only shows you how many boss drops and raid drops, but it also shows you like the last 15 items that you've collected.
I think it's last 12.
The last 12 items that you've collected at the bottom. So if you forgot, you're like, oh, I totally forgot I got the rings from, you know, the B ring or something. Then now you'll know.
And it tracks how close you are to the next rank.
Yeah, there's ranks.
We're getting ranks. So we know those hunting clue collection clues. Why do I always say clues?
Not clues.
Those hunting collection logs can be a grind. So to help you stay on track, we've added a ranking system baked based on how many logs you've logged.
Maybe also baked.
How many collection logs you've logged. What am I saying?
Let us know if you like baked. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, anyways, there are ranks like Michelle mentioned. So we have bronze, iron, steel, black, mithril, adamant, rune, dragon, and gilded. So this is just based on how many you've collected, all the way from 100 being the lowest up to 1200 being dragon rank. And if you are gilded rank, then percentage based 90% of total slot or total log slots rounded down to the nearest 25. So that's around 1400 collections currently.
I think I only have like 700. I think only the black rank.
Yeah,
I don't even have that many.
I'm guessing this will eventually change as the game progresses, but currently as it stands, gilded is the only collection rank that changes currently. So as there are more things in the game, you may lose gilded rank.
Yeah. Additionally, along the bottom of your interface, like we said, you can see the 12 most recent items to keep track of those. And to make the experience your own, the new interface is also resizable and movable, plus it stays open during other in-game activities. So you can track your progress while fighting bosses, skilling, doing whatever. That one's actually kind of huge.
Wow.
Because sometimes I'm just like wood cutting and I'm like, I want to look at my collection log.
No, you don't want to look at yourself cutting wood again?
No, I don't.
If you don't want to do that, you can look at the new cosmetic rewards, which are really enticing.
I really like the cosmetic rewards.
So when you hit certain milestones in your collection log, you can head over to the collector in Varrock Museum to claim a staff of collection. Reach new ranks, earn new staffs. Pretty simple. The best part, you can right-click the staff to create an equipable corresponding book. Show off your collection log achievement and style. So obviously these are all cool. Corresponding to the rank you are. So if you're adamant, you'll get a blue one, rune, other blue.
Dragon red.
Adamant's green. What am I talking about? Rune blue, dragon red.
I didn't even catch it. They also have historical collection logs for Iron Man. So
because it's different for anyone that doesn't know.
It is a little bit different. So they know how frustrating it can be that the collection log didn't track items earned before its introduction in December 2018. I wonder if we got anything randomly in that 2 months that we were playing.
Yeah, maybe.
We probably got them again since.
Probably not, but yeah.
Especially for those who've already completed the grind and don't want to start over. But worry no more. If you obtain these items as an Iron Man, you can now retroactively fill those slots by simply using the item on your collection log book. So if you got like a TiVo in 2017 or something and it's never showed up in your collection log, it'll finally show up.
Yeah, like if you're
very satisfying.
If you got like the Dragon Warhammer or something.
Yeah, no one wants to do that again.
With the old drop rate, it just wouldn't show.
Yeah. So how does this work? This feature applies to a specific list of whitelisted tradable items that are part of the log when it launched. Alternative or upgraded versions of certain items like the Zerai crossbow instead of the Armadillo crossbow can also be added. Simply use the eligible item on the collection log book and it'll be recorded. And note that GIM accounts are not eligible for this feature since that game mode was introduced after the collection log.
Yeah, this is just specifically for older logs. Also, there's collection log high scores. Even though they said that they weren't going to add this, they did.
They did say that, huh?
Yeah.
Because they don't want people to,
They don't want people to compete for a collection.
Yeah, I think they don't want anyone to, ruin their life only working on this, to be honest.
Because for anyone that doesn't know, it is impossible to collect everything in the collection log.
So far.
No, it is straight up impossible. Mathematically. At least...
When the RNG be hitting?
At least in one lifetime. But...
You have, a family heirloom passing down your RuneScape account.
It's like, it's your job to continue the log on your deathbed, your grandchild. Like, whatever, grandpa. But yeah, that's it. So the collection log, there's ranking just like everything else. Go to the high scores if you want to see where you rank.
I'm excited to see where people rank, number one and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder how crazy it is.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Casey, right?
I don't, well, there's unofficial ones, but the thing is there's probably random people who aren't even in the community actively that maybe. I think that I forget that for a lot of stuff is that we see the content creators or people active in the community. There's people who aren't active in the community that do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And we just don't hear about it. So it'll be cool to see.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some of those in there, but I do think Casey is still the holder of the highest.
If you want to read this next part, I want to look it up.
Sure. So we have some new emotes or emote improvements rather. So this
one's kind of nice too, actually, for 99 parties.
Yeah, some quality of life stuff. So these are chat triggered emotes. If you ever wanted to show off your favorite emotes while navigating the emote menu, now you can, or without navigating the emote menu, just do it. You can trigger emotes directly from the chat box. Just type : or exclamation point followed by the emote name. For example, : cheer or exclamation cheer will make your character cheer. Pretty simple. And you can do that with all of them. So if you are much faster at typing than you are at navigating the menus, then maybe this will be for you.
I looked it up. First is someone named Marnie.
Oh,
1,544.
Damn, I don't know why I thought Casey was the highest.
I mean, you probably just like saw their. How do you spell it? With a C or a K?
I think it's Kacey, or maybe that's the real life name or something like that. I don't know.
They're not even on the first page.
Yeah, I could be thinking of someone else that is maybe
something else that they did.
Yeah, maybe something else in the game. But
dude, this person's name is Ninja. This other person's name is Slash.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking
good RuneScape names here.
I could be thinking of the hard clue or the master clue person.
Oh, you could be. Yeah.
The name's definitely familiar, but Marnie is number one.
So many people in the 1400s.
Marnie's at nearly 1550 collection log, which is crazy.
Oh my god!
For anyone that doesn't know, it's like 1560 or something like that is the total. 1561.
Nuh-uh.
I think so.
I need to log in. That's cool because that person, whoever they may be, they're not gonna have to worry about being knocked off Gilded for so long. Like they're good for a while.
Yeah, that is quite a collection. Yeah, it is 1561. So they're only around actually less than 20 away from having a full collection log.
That's what I'm saying is it can be done in this lifetime if their RNG is hidden just right because there's probably some crazy stuff left over.
Bro, I mean, just look up third age, dude. just look up the third age drop.
They're all crazy, but they must have gotten a lot probably.
I mean, they've gotten a lot, but the thing is, if they're missing, like, it's all RNG. Whatever it is, like 18 or something like that, then that could be all third age almost, which is a 1 out of
from master 313k.
1 out of 300k from a master.
Items third age full helmet is easier to get from hards. I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1 out of 200,000 from a hard, and then 1 out of 6,000 from a mimic.
If you're getting a lot of mimics, that's more doable at least.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that's all for one item, so it's like, but I guess the pool, you're technically fishing for all of them, but you could get dupes, so then that brings it down again.
You're definitely getting dupes.
So even if they're only down to 20, it is a much steeper mountain than I think
saying,
the number makes it seem.
If they're 30, they could live another 60 years.
And they could live another 60 years.
But will they really be living? Because they'll just be doing clue scrolls.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you living? Are you ever living if you're already dead?
Oh, damn.
Confined to clues.
I kind of like clues.
So... But besides that, we can move on and
back to emotes.
Look at more emotes. So we have emote looping. If you ever have liked dancing and just really wanted to see your character dance for hours on end.
Well, this is one that's good for 99.
Maybe now you can.
Yeah, you can. You can right click to make it a loop emote option.
Yep.
So you don't have to keep spam clicking every time your emote ends. It can be kind of embarrassing when there's that weird lull. And you're like, oh yeah.
So right click your emote in the emote menu, and yes, like Michelle said, just hit the loop option and you should just keep going.
I don't know if it's for everything because they say certain emotes like dance, jig, headband, forward salute, and sit down, which spoiler alert, that's new. Those ones go. I don't know if those are examples or if you can do it with everything.
Yeah, it does say certain ones, so maybe it's just those as examples.
Now I gotta check. I mean, I'm already logged in. Might as well look.
Might as well look.
Perform. Okay, wait.
Oh yeah. So like, if you wanted to do an infinite spin, you cannot. It's only the ones that they mentioned.
I wanted to do the infinite party, the one with all with all the colors underneath you.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have infinite loop. I feel like
maybe they couldn't figure it out behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm sure there's just a little bit of
technical issues.
Yeah, stuff that they can do that for eventually.
This one they are copying from the plugin that I already have.
Oh, the sit emote.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the little animation of it going to sit is pretty cute. So yeah, you can just go and take a seat. We've done this. There's like plugins that you can make yourself like lounge and things. And I've done this with like Megan dating outside of Taub. Whenever Dating was telling us about his crazy neighbors, we just had all of our characters sit around a campfire and he was telling us stories.
True.
So it's a cute little vibe, honestly. If you're just going like chatting with the homies, why bank stand when you can sit around a fire?
Yeah.
It's way more scenic.
The city emote is pretty cool. You're just sitting crisscross applesauce. Weird memory that I just unlocked thinking about that.
Share the class.
Okay. I'm saying this as a memory. I'm not approving of this or anything at all. But no, I don't know if you remember, but whenever I was a kid, a lot of like, teachers or just growing up people would say, oh, instead of crisscross applesauce or sitting crisscross, people would say, oh, sit Indian style.
They did say
Like Native
that.
Americans
Yeah.
around a campfire or something.
Yeah.
Obviously not even Indians from India. It was just in reference to Native Americans.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of crazy.
I kind of forgot about that. Still crazy that people will still say Indians when
Yeah.
because it wasn't just because he thought it was India, he got their continents wrong.
I don't know. Supposedly.
I don't know. He was a weirdo.
Yeah, kind of crazy. But yeah, that's just a weird memory.
Next up, we have Aram's ornament. Wait, we skipped something.
No,
there
we
was
didn't.
something cool.
Oh.
Did they not mention it?
No, they haven't.
Did you read the how to type in your chat?
Yes, I did.
Okay, sorry. That's when I was looking at the high scores. Never mind. We didn't skip anything.
Come on, man.
I was
She's not
looking at
even.
high
She's not even
scores.
here.
Anyway.
Something that is cool is we have Aram's ornament kit returned.
Well, soon.
We're happy to announce that players who purchased the Aram's ornament kit back when it incorrectly gave 3 kits instead of 4 will soon have their 4th missing kit, all returned after processing on February 4th.
It's it took so long, but whatever. I'm getting it finally, so that's nice.
Yeah, so they align the returns with maintenance so that they can ensure that the process is done smoothly. If I had to guess, the maintenance actually might have some downtime this week, but they don't say whether it will or not.
Presumably to do that.
Yeah. And there's also some pretty cool stuff on the Discord.
A competition. So calling all artists and creative minds to celebrate the upcoming release of Royal Titan's boss encounter, the OSRS Discord mods are hosting an exciting banner design competition. The winning submission will become the official Discord banner on the OSRS server, helping us commemorate the release of these 2 epic giants in style. So create an original Discord banner that embodies the spirit of the Royal Titans. They have to be a certain size. That's 960 by 540, and aspect ratio is 6:9.
16 by 9.
16 by 9. Wow. Submit your design in the dedicated thread in the server events channel. And if you don't have permission to post images, feel free to DM one of the mods. I hate to think that the mods DMs have to stay open.
Yeah.
That horrifies me for them.
True. Yeah, try not to think
submit by February 2nd.
Yes.
1 entry per person.
Submit it by February 2nd, 1 entry per person, and then eventually you will see whether you win or not, I'm sure. And
they should at least give you a bond for it.
Try not to think of it as doing work for free, and try to think of it as being a part of the community.
I mean, it's fun. It is part of the community. I do think that they should get something though. Just give them a bond. It doesn't have to be crazy.
Just for participating, they should give people a bond. Like if it's like if it's a legitimate try. But the thing is, they're gonna be like, oh,
I just do AI.
I got 9 different accounts and they all submitted, and so I need 9 bonds and they all look trash.
They should just let the winner have a bond. It's not even a crazy prize. It's like 12 mil.
Yeah, I think they should have like a little voted competition. The top 10 should get bonds. I mean, it costs them nothing.
Yeah.
So
that's just my thoughts. Whenever they do these competitions, I'm like, it's cool you guys are like posting and stuff, but you should also like give them something too.
Yeah. So we're going to get into the other changes. Naturally, these are some of the biggest changes of the week.
We always love the small changes.
And people were upset.
Oh.
I'm not upset because at this point I just expect these types of things. So I'm just disappointed as per usual.
I don't know what people are even upset about. Okay. So the Raging Echoes rug can now be built in the league's hull.
The players can now create chromium ingots after discovering the secret of the chromium smithing in the undercity of Lazar, which apparently it's easy to do, and this is a big upgrade for all the Iron Men.
Fixed typos on the Max Cape teleport. People are upset about that.
Yeah.
They probably got rid of like the stangled plant.
They got rid of it?
They got rid of the stangled plant.
So they fixed a visual issue with Skotizo's magic attack.
It's now possible to click completed CA task in the chat box to see their description.
And also, world hopping should no longer produce an abnormal amount of forestry events.
Okay, that's what people are mad about. 100%.
Yes, that is it.
I mean, they also did increase the rate and radius of player eligibility for forestry events. So
yeah.
Before it's 50 to 150 seconds. Now it's 40 to 120, and radius was 20 tiles. Now it's 30. Please note that this is not the final forestry change, and they're open to changing stuff later on as needed. Because I mean, as time goes on, they just keep changing this stuff. Like, stuff keeps coming up. People are sneaky.
By changing, she means nerfing.
This one, they nerfed it, but then they try to buff it to make it more even. It's kind of weird. Weird vibes.
The thing is, I wish they would increase the frequency of... I don't know. I think they're having trouble balancing it, obviously. So what I think maybe they should do is either just increase the event rate, because they're not very good as it is right now. And also you should increase the timer. I
mean, they did increase the rate, just saying.
No, they should increase the rate more. And also they should increase the timer, because like I think as it is now, it's like I think it's like 3 minutes or
It
2
can
minutes.
be up to like 2.5, and now it's saying it can be up to 2.
No, they're saying they increase the rate. I'm saying like the time until you can go participate to get the full amount of points.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you look away for a minute, there's
That
not
happened to me in leagues. I went AFK for like 5 minutes.
I was like,
and then I came back and it didn't
there's
count.
not a low chance. It's a pretty good chance that you'll miss an event.
Yeah.
Or you'll get there and you'll get like practically no points.
It won't. It'll be like
or
you're
XP.
not fully rewarded.
Yeah, kind of lame. So they need to fix that. They also need to up the rate. I mean, they should up the XP, but I don't know, because obviously we have like shooting stars, incredibly successful.
Love shooting stars.
Which is like, it's incredibly successful because the rewards are not good, but it's AFK.
The rewards are actually, I mean, I feel like you could get a lot of gems.
The rewards themselves, but not the XP rewards.
Yeah, the XP rewards are really bad.
So the XP rewards are terrible, but the thing is it's AFK, super AFK. So like maybe they could do that as a version for forestry. If it seems like they're obviously okay with that type of content, maybe it's like, oh, we scrapped the forestry events. Now it's just, or maybe they have
don't get rid of the forestry events. I like the forestry events.
Maybe they have the forestry events, but maybe it's like, instead of you guys all have a higher wood cutting level, which is currently how it is for each person on the tree, up to 10 or whatever. But
forgot about that.
Maybe they do at each person up to 10 increases how long until the tree gets
depleted.
Cut down. So you can just be wood cutting for a long time.
Those teaks and leagues were dropping like crazy.
Exactly.
I'd cut like 3 and it would just drop. And I'm like, hello? The respawn timer was so fast that I wouldn't notice that I stopped. Because the respawn timer is like a second league.
Yeah, sure.
So it's a weird complaint that it respawned too fast, where I thought I was still cutting. I never realized I stopped.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. But yeah, like maybe they could introduce something like that, because for anyone that doesn't know, the best XP rates are actually maples and yews. So that's where people usually go. Forestry? Yeah, well, just in general, XP. If you're looking at XP,
if you're not doing taking.
Don't go to Magics. Don't go to Redwoods. It's usually those two.
Those are just AFK.
So if you're able to make it more AFK and more rewarding time-wise.
Well, I know what you mean, but at the same time, I do understand that the whole point of forestry is that woodcutting is super AFK. Let's make it active.
I know, but clearly they don't know how to do that. So that's why I'm saying you can go in the other direction, which you clearly are okay with, because there's plenty of other things that just make your skills more AFK, like other minigames and stuff like that. So it's like, why not you could just do that for forestry. I don't know if people would like that so much. I would like that. If I could just cut a maple for like 3 minutes straight, I would do it more often.
He's getting emotionally choking up at the
I just coughed.
I personally would love that.
Yeah, no, I would like being able to AFK woodcutting more, because I would go to Magics just because I could be there forever, even though the XP sucked.
Magics, you can kind of be here forever.
Yeah.
The XP is so bad.
It is. So like maples, which give pretty good XP, if I could be there for almost an equal amount of time, I would just go there.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And that'd be like, oh, I'm going to actually participate in the forestry stuff. Maybe not the events, but, you know, being in a community.
Getting the bonoses.
Yeah, because it's worthwhile. Like, as it is now, it's not worth it for me to go to forestry worlds just in general, because I'm not going to be blasting woodcutting.
I like forestry events. I think they're fun. I just want them to spawn more often.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's my only thing, really.
Or they can actually just spend more than 5 minutes and tune the XP in a better way that forestry isn't trash. Because it was really fun when it came out, and it's only gone downhill.
Because they nerfed it so much.
They've only ever nerfed it. This is the first non-nerf in like, I don't know, 85 patches or something.
It's weirdly coming after a nerf.
Yeah, in combination with
they nerf it in one way and then they buff in a different way, so it's kind of weird.
And the world hopping to produce abnormal amounts of forestry events is a pretty significant nerf.
Well, it's just because, like, I don't know about other people, but like the events are fun. You don't want to wait forever in between the events.
Yeah, that's the whole point. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I'm glad that they made the events more common at least.
It's crazy to me because it can't be so difficult for like a few people to sit down and be like, all right, if we were getting this many XP events and they gave this much XP and we're getting roughly this much XP an hour, how much are we okay with? Do a few tests after putting those numbers together and see if you're correct. Maybe even get some people to beta test it or something. Like, I get that the devs don't have time, but it's like this is just so lazy at this point. It's just it's taken years to get to this point, which is crazy because it's not that insane of a thing.
I do think it's funny how people hate forestry now. Or I just see like people talking about how forestry is like L content stuff. And I'm like, oh, I still like it. Despite all of its flaws, I do still like forestry.
Yeah. But that's it for this week.
One more. The new deposit lock buttons can now be right-click to toggle the locks off and on again more conveniently.
Okay, now that's it.
Good, because I thought that's how you're supposed to be able to do it, and I wasn't able to figure it out. So I could try again.
Huge.
Yeah.
Big W. Now on to questions. Thanks for everyone for asking your questions this week. We're going to start off with Zach.
Yeah, this is actually not a question. Zach just responded to the loan thing.
Oh, yeah.
So last week we asked a question asking about, like, what did we think about being loaned gold in the game to buy stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So Zach had his own idea, their own idea. My idea would be something along the lines of you can borrow 10 to 20% to help you buy whatever item you need. So you're paying back the other 80-ish%. There is a set timeline to pay it back. If not, they take said item from you, making you lose your investment of the 80-ish%.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal, but I'm okay with that.
Would incentivize paying it back. If not, you're at a loss. They come repo your stuff.
Yeah.
That's more fair. Because if they just take the item, then it's like you're borrowing it.
I'm generally okay with that. You know, if the item is like locked for the time, like you can't trade it during the loan period, then I think that'd be fine because it's very much a loan in that like you're like, I just need this item now and I'll be able to pay it off soon.
Yeah, TM.
Yeah. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
All right. And then a couple questions on Discord. First is from Matt. What are your thoughts on introducing minigame tournaments? Essentially, Jagex could create a 64 team bracket for a Castle Wars tournament where teams have to organize themselves and buy in with a certain sum of gold and win certain amounts for first, second, third place. Each month there could be a tournament for a different minigame. Perhaps it's overambitious. I just miss people being competitive in minigames.
Bro.
People just be lazy in minigames now.
Dude, there's so many easy community things that they could be doing to
I'm glad they're starting to a little bit more, right? On Discord, they're trying to do the community stuff.
It's only on Discord. I hate that stuff being on Discord is the equivalent to stuff being on Twitter. I'm not going to go. Yeah. You asking me to go is insulting. You have a game platform. Yeah. Give it to me there.
Yeah. I like this idea. I know people would cheat though, so I'm trying to think of it if no one was able to cheat and stuff.
No, I was gonna say
it'd be very fun.
I was gonna say this should just be a community-run event. You have community managers. Obviously, they're probably not getting paid enough, and they have too much stuff to do. But assuming you are treating them like humans, you'd have community managers that can like organize. Oh, we're doing a, whatever, a costume contest. Everyone comes and like does like a little poll to implement like a weird little poll system. And if you're within like 100 tiles of this competition, then you can vote. Stuff like that. You can implement some kind of, obviously it would take a bit of effort, but you can do brackets like this. Maybe not 64. That's kind of a lot, but like 16 and like a knockout style bracket for, I don't know, whatever. Like,
could just be for fun.
Yeah. You could be all like, all right, we're going to meet on this world and the first come, first serve on whoever's able to sign up. And the first, teams of 4, you guys go to like God War dungeons or something, and whoever can come up with the most amount of like loot or something, some way to track it. Obviously, this is more effort. This is just a random idea.
Do other games do stuff like this?
Not all of them, but there are like community events in other games.
Like official.
Yeah, like official ones.
Yeah, because thinking about it, we don't really do much. We do the parades for holidays and for Pride.
Yeah, those are like holiday events.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's not community events.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I know that they're trying to do stuff now, but yeah, they could do a lot more.
Yeah. And the thing is like, obviously what I was just suggesting would require like actual dev time. But my original example of being a costume contest would be like, extremely low amounts of investment and be like a really cool thing. Be like, oh yeah, I'm wearing this and it got voted as the best one last month and I won a bond. Like how sick would that be?
Yeah, that's true.
Not like people would actually gather around and like, take time out of the day to like try to strategize to do that. They would do it with their friends. They would compete with their friends and it would just be a silly costume contest, but it'd be kind of cool.
Do more community events.
Yeah. It's
unfortunately, these are probably just going to have to be player planned.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
I do like the idea though.
True.
Competitions are fun.
I think it would be really cool. I think, tournaments would just be way too much dev time. They would never feasibly do it, but it would be cool.
Yeah. Next question from Harger. This one's kind of funny. So to poke fun at recent events, I would like to get your thoughts on 5 new membership models. Each of these would require your bank details, normal in Europe, not sure about other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Not as normal here. To automatically
no, sorry to cut you off, but I think in Korea they I don't know how true this is. I'm not Korean, but I think in like quite a few games you have to like use your social.
Interesting.
Yeah, like if you cheat, it's like illegal.
Weird.
Because it's linked to your social.
That's funny. They need to get that for RuneScape.
True. I mean, it still happens, so I don't know what the repercussions actually are, but yeah.
But yes, that'd be to automatically extract the correct amount of money per month. Also, they did put a disclaimer at the bottom. I obviously don't think any of these are good ideas, but I'd like to know if you think people would actually like some and what you would choose. And then don't read the rest of this part because it's a spoiler. The first one is the communist model.
Okay.
So Jagex calculates the average of all members' playtime over the course of the month and charges players more or less for membership as a proportion of how much more or how much less you play than the average.
Oh.
I actually like that one.
Okay.
I think that's pretty decent.
It's kind of like pay as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think this is kind of a cool idea.
It is kind of nice.
But
because if you're a casual player, like if you're like Robert, like log in every once in a while, that'd be nice if you only pay like $3 a month.
Obviously, similarly to communism, the rich people would not like this, and by the rich I mean people rich in time.
Yeah.
Because they would obviously be paying more, and they would be paying for their use of the game, so they would definitely not like it. That being said, you can kind of already argue that is what happens with people that play a lot because they likely have more than one account. But this would just be worse. So
yeah,
I kind of think this is cool. I think the average person would obviously not benefit from this, so they would kind of be indifferent.
I don't know. I think the average person working full-time job and stuff would benefit.
Potentially, but the thing is that if they're the average person, chances are they're paying the average price.
Well, I'm thinking like, I was thinking that, like, we pay what, like $12 a month now?
It's $13.99, I think.
We pay $14. I was just thinking the people who play hella would just play like 16, and then it all ranges. Like, it wouldn't be like drastic.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
Who knows? Because whenever I used to stream full time, I would have been paying the most, and I was making no money.
True.
Harger said, I would also like the communist model because I believe I'd benefit, but then again, I find it unfair.
Yeah. The next one is the pay fixed time model. So you pay for a fixed amount of time of hours per month, and for every second above that, you are charged extra. This is kind of how like minutes used to work back in the day.
Like for phones.
Yeah, for phones back in the day. Whenever you would get like 100 minutes, if you went over that, they'd be like, all right, you can go over this, but we're going to charge you like a ton.
Yeah.
But this would be cool for dads.
I think this would be too sneaky because they would just be hoping to go over.
Yeah, exactly. It is very predatory.
Yeah. The commuter model. I actually like this one. Membership costs less, but you can only play Monday through Friday on mobile.
Oh, wow.
That would be good for you.
That would be interesting.
I kind of like that. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Mobile gamers are like, hell yeah.
Yeah, the people that only play mobile, but then it's like you can't play on the weekends unless you have a different model as well. So I think this is actually...
That one's fun.
I really like this idea if they added it in addition to the regular membership, because I think there should be cheaper options. Like, I do think the fact that you get like other things, like for anyone that doesn't know, your membership comes with RS3, and there's like often a bunch of things that you get with RS3 as well, just for having a membership.
We're getting a lot of benefits we don't take advantage of because we don't play RS3.
Yeah, like that'd be the same as like, oh, I signed up for WoW, and they're like, oh, that's crazy. You also get a membership to Guild Wars 2. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, like you can actually have that back, and I just pay less. So that would be cool, honestly, if you could do that.
The ambassador model. Membership costs less, but you must stream for a fixed number of hours and maintain an average viewer count over a fixed number. That's horrifying.
That would help like 10 people.
Yeah, and everyone would just be buying followers or buying viewers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might just even out at that point, but I think this would probably help literally at most 1,000 of the several 100,000 of people that play. I guess it would be cool.
I think that would just make people feel really bad about themselves.
And also they'd be
I already feel bad about my view count going down since I started working full time. I don't need more.
Also, it would encourage people to like, half-heartedly stream, even though
they wouldn't even want to.
Just to like hopefully save a couple bucks because they're poor or, on hard times or, whatever. So I don't think it encourages good things. So I would just say probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Last one is going to be the pay per death model. Membership is in principle fee, but
Free,
players are in principle free.
I think it's free.
Yes, I do. So membership is in principle free, but players are charged a fixed amount per death.
I think that's hilarious.
All hardcores are like, what are you talking about?
I think that'd be so funny for hardcore, because then it's like, not only did you die, now you have to pay $5.
I think it would be cooler. I think this would be cool.
Yeah.
But I think it would be cool if you paid less. Obviously, 0 is too little. But I think similarly as like, the mobile model, if that one was like $6 a month and this one was also $6 a month, but each death was like $1 or something, I do think it would be cooler if the cost per death went up the higher total level your account was.
That's funny.
Because then it's like,
so it's like you have no reason to die. You're 99 health.
Because also it's like, oh, you're learning the game. Maybe you died to like the
Dark Wizards,
the Black Titan or something like that. Then it's like, okay, and then it's 10 cents, whatever, something like that. But then it's like, oh, you died to Tob and you're like a 2200 total. That's $5. Like it's like you shouldn't be dying.
Yeah.
But that would discourage high level content.
Yeah.
So
it is very funny in theory, though.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the commuter, actually. I thought it'd be the communist one, but the commuter one I think would legit be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're a fully mobile player, then it's like not as big of a deal. You still wouldn't be able to play weekends. So, there's some give and take there.
Yeah.
I genuinely like that idea.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I am a fan of this. Just all of them in general.
These are very creative. I like them.
Yeah, I'm a fan of multiple different kind of payment models.
Which I guess is what they're trying to find, but they just have really bad examples.
Their payment model isn't trying to find multiple. Their payment model is trying to find the most that they can get out of players, which is different.
Real.
I think it's cool because then you reach different markets. People that only play mobile, maybe they wouldn't have wanted to play this game for $14 a month, but for 4
Koa
for 4 during the week, why not?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm tired of playing Genshin. I'd rather just play a different game.
Even if I have to pay only $4. Casual work game.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
not everyone's like a no life gamer like we are.
Yeah, or if you had an RS or OSRS only account, then it's like, oh, now it's $11. Everyone would be way happier if they only had to pay $11 and because they don't play RS3.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I like thanks for the questions.
Yes, thanks for the questions. We do appreciate it as always. And if you also want to ask and have your question answered, feel free to ask on any of our socials.
Our Twitter and TikTok are Bunebapeosrs. Our Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky are all Bunebape. I stream 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape. Only 3 days this week. We're trying to set the cats on a new schedule. So come stop by hopefully next week on the podcast. If you guys are watching on Spotify or on YouTube, hopefully we'll be able to show you the cats. I actually edited their pictures into the video and labeled them whenever we were talking about them earlier. So you can see our little babies, our little king cats, as we keep calling them.
King cats.
And we will protect them with our lives. But yeah, come stop by the stream sometime. I'm just maintaining Scarius and doing Skyrim. So if you want to come laugh at me because I'm doing Skyrim very blindly, feel free. Very. People tell me tips sometimes, but I kind of want to be like, no, don't tell me.
Yes.
Let me be dumb.
No, like, oh, I meant like you are blind.
I do need new glasses. My prescription's gotten worse.
Yeah.
I actually found that last week.
You can tell in Skyrim. But that is it for this week. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. And if you did, we'll see you all
very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.